Welcome, nerds, to this art challenge that we're doing today. If you've heard of Christmas in July, today is Halloween in January. Yes, I'm very late, but basically what I'm doing here is I like to do this character design challenge called the 3-word art challenge. Someone gives me 3 random words and I try to design a completed character with those words. This time around, the words that I was given were horror, heavy, and red. And considering that I've been watching my boyfriend play through Resident Evil 2, this was definitely something that was up my alley this time around. First thing I thought of with the word red was like this big red hair. And when I'm trying to design a character, I kind of jot my ideas down and then I build upon them. I thought maybe the hair could be blood, which is the second sketch I've got in the lower left corner there, but it kind of felt more like an illustration than a character, so I kind of had to rethink that. What I've ended up going with, and which I actually really think is kind of a cool idea, is this female character who is a backpacker with her fiance, but a zombie virus hits the population and her fiance dies. She is carrying the remains of her fiance to the next backpacking location that they had wanted to go on. So what I'm trying to do is kind of evoke this girl who is determined but also freaked out. Someone who hasn't slept, who has been, carrying this heavy burden both mentally and physically. And so I kind of wanted to portray this character who is dead and alive. Like, she is trying to put her fiance at rest at the expense of her own sanity as she tries to navigate through the apocalypse, basically. If she's a backpacker, then that would make sense as to why she would be able to lug around this burden, but in an apocalypse, you don't really have certain things on hand. So I was like, okay, what can she use to carry her fiance's dead body, basically? And what I thought of was this kind of jerry-rigged beach chair with straps and cables and that sort of thing that she's used to tie him down to it so that she can carry him. I wanted to get a full body shot of what she looks like, and I imagined this sort of petite girl. I kind of wanted to give her this vibe of not modern, maybe like 10, 20 years ago. So I wanted to give her those high-waisted jeans. I thought she's got to have things that help her on this journey. You can't just walk through a zombie apocalypse without having some sort of weapon. So I gave her a machete on her hip. She's wearing tennis shoes. Gave her a wound on her leg. I imagined that she's not going to get through this journey unscathed. I also decided to give her a first aid kit on her thigh, as well as a flashlight, things that she would need, things that would be useful. A coat, because I imagine traveling alone in the dark, it would get kind of cold, and I liked this idea of her outfit being kind of this mishmash of both things that she has worn in her daily life back when things were normal, and the things that she's added on since then to make this awful journey a little bit easier. I very purposely gave her these very wide, kind of distant eyes, because I wanted her to look very sleepless, very almost not all there. Her hair, I kind of made it a little ratty, a little wispy. Obviously, she's not going to be really worried about her looks right now. It's all about utility. That's kind of what I was going for with her outfit. I wanted her to look like she could have been walking down the street, but then with the added elements of what she's picked up along the way. I've kind of drawn some of the props that she has as well on the side there. Bedroll, duffel bag with food, that sort of thing. I definitely wanted to have her have some bright colors as well as some muted colors. This jacket, I imagined, was one that she was just wearing when she all of a sudden had to pick up everything and run. I know that yellow isn't exactly the best color for a zombie apocalypse, but sometimes beggars can't be choosers. If you're cold and you've got a yellow jacket, you keep your yellow jacket. So that's what I did. I wanted to give her red hair as well, just to keep with those 3 words, and I just liked it. I just liked that it made her kind of stand out some. But it's a good idea to have those colors down just in case you want to draw this character again, which I do. When I'm choosing colors for a character, I usually like to keep it down to only about 5 or so. Choosing too many colors can make it seem a little here and there. I wanted it to be cohesive. So if I use more than 5 colors, it's usually within the same color range. So like several different shades of red or several different shades of blue rather than every color of the rainbow. she turned out. She is scribbly, but I like to keep things simple when I'm designing and pin them down later when I'm actually doing an illustration. I plan on doing an illustration of her for the next video. So until then, catch you later, nerds.